Hi everyone, I hope you all. This is CoinsKid. I'm just going to dive into Bitcoin. Thank you for your support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. Thanks to each and every single one of you for being here on a daily basis. The level of support we get across this channel is amazing. So right now, I'm going to break it down for you what I think is happening to Bitcoin, okay, and what my technical target for Bitcoin. I think what you're going to see is have a little bit of a flash crash down to 40k, and I'll show you exactly why, right? And my reasoning behind my continuation of the bull run, why I do think we're going to see 200k, and why I think that this is going to be an opportunity to absolutely, you know, not financial advice, but sort of this could be your last dip for Bitcoin before we see that 200k. So right now, like I've said to you, you know, for Bitcoin, we're anticipating Elliott wave theory right here, aren't we? So in this previous cycle high there, wave 1, just there, look, wave 1, wave 2 correction, wave 3, wave 4, okay? So what I'm going to do right now is break this down for you, okay? So we've got that low just there for Bitcoin, and just there we came up and made a high, just there, do you see that? So made a high, just there. So what I'm going to do is put some lines on this particular cycle high as well, and this cycle high top bottom just there, that correction down to there, try and get a knob on for you, and then obviously rallied up to here like that, okay? So what I'm going to do is change this to green, bear with me. So right now, basically what I'm anticipating is just straight off the bat, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 200k, yeah? Up there, technical target, boom, let's drop that in like that. So that's my technique, that's what I'm looking at, Elliott wave theory, okay? So within that you have subsets of waves, you know, corrective waves, impulsive waves, etc. You understand all that, right? Okay, so right now, just straight off the bat, I'm going to show you what I think we're doing for Bitcoin. I think we've gone wave 1, we're on wave 2, down to a key level support, wherever it is. I'm going to show you in a minute where I do think it is. Wave 3 up to 107k, I think it is, just there. I'm going to show you why in a minute. Another retracement down to a key level support before we get that blow off top there to wave 5. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4 within wave 5. Okay, do you understand that? So that's my Elliott wave count right there. Not to overcomplicate things, okay? So this is what I'm looking at. Providing we can hold support, this is what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. And just so you know as well, just drop the fib on this, because this is why I think we're forming the next impulsive wave. So you're looking at roughly, get a knob on, yeah, you're looking, this is a third wave up to 107k, which is the impulsive wave off this corrective wave which we're doing. We've had a retracement to a key level support, okay, came down to a really key level support which I've shown you before, and then you're coming up and you're breaking key levels of resistances to move forward. Now break this high, you're looking at 107k Bitcoin. At that point you're going to have retracement, wave 4, you know, potentially to the 1272 at 81k. Everyone I think we're entering the bear, but that's where you'll find a key level support and get that, you know, that basically that wave 5 bring us up to 200k in this bull run, you know, up there, the 2.272 off this impulsive wave. But you know, along the way it's going to be bumpy, and it has been bumpy, to be honest with you. And I did predict that we were going to go to 64k, and the reason I did that, because if you stick with the channel, this is where millionaires are made, okay? So in the bear market, the previous bear market just here, we came out, we had that blow off top, mania top, which I do anticipate that we're going to have in this bull run, and then you've come back down into the bear, and as soon as you've got your low, basically you come to your charts when you create the buy and go to the beach signal, 20 crossing the 55, yeah, really simple, boom, bull market, okay? So that's your buy and go to the beach signal, and from that I was able to project that we're going to 64k, 63k, 63,132 before getting rejected and coming back down to the 1272 and holding its support for continuation. And you can see that that's exactly what we've done so far, okay? So looking at continuation, and then with that you can see that the 2.272 is my technical target at 200k, right? So that's what I've got, and obviously I've got the 2 at 127, which I think we'll run into as well as resistance, you know, which is just above the 3 wave where we come back for a key level support for continuation. So providing we hold support here, structurally I think that this is valid moving forward, okay? The only time that this will become invalid is if we lose this low. Like I've said to you, you lose that low, you're entering a bear market, okay, for Bitcoin. And with that, you know, structurally, when you enter bear markets, it's an 85% correction for Bitcoin, okay? So, you know, if you was to enter the bear here for Bitcoin, let me show you. So previous cycle high top, enter the bear market, you're looking at 85% correction, well, yeah, 84% correction, bear market low. And that always happens, 85% correction nominal for Bitcoin in bear markets, okay? So you topped out just there, and you have an 85% correction down to here, you're looking at around about 9k Bitcoin price tag, which invalidates our Elliott wave structure, because your wave 4 correction will come deeper than the high of wave 1. So Elliott wave's out the window. Okay, so the Elliott wave structure is gone, because if this is the bear market here and we've entered the bear here, which I don't think we have, I think this is a wave 4 correction. I'll tell you why I think this is a wave 4 correction in a minute, and it's very, very similar to wave 2. I'm going to show you exactly why in a moment. Okay, so yeah, if we was to sort of come down here, this invalidates Elliott wave structure, okay, and that's out the window. But I don't anticipate that. I think that Elliott wave 4 is done. I think wave 4 is complete. I think we've had an ABC correction within this wave 4 just here. Let me show you. So we've had an A, B, and a monstrous C, which is quite normal, to be honest with you. We had an ABC correction within this wave 4 already, so that correction's complete, just as we had an ABC just here. Okay, and right now I'm going to show you the comparable between wave 2 and wave 4. So like I said to you, okay, I think there's a massive comparison between wave 2 and wave 4. For one, straight off the bat, look, this is your cycle high just there, and then you corrected down to that level of support just there, around about 53%. Okay, so that was your wave 1 high into a wave 2 correction, and then just there you've had a wave 3 high into a wave 4 correction. Look, boom, same 50, 53, 54%, boom. So you support target, your 50% plus correction done, okay, of wave 4. Now obviously I could be wrong. If we start to lose this low down here that we've created for ourselves at 2800, which I gave you, okay, I gave you that low when you was up here, okay, if we lose that low, then yeah, the bears have got the case for the bear market. But at the minute we're structurally sound, okay, and we are structurally sound until we lose this support just there. Okay, so that's why we're still in the bull market, just to clarify. And with that as well, you know, what you did here is very similar in the sense that you came down, okay, to a key level support, and then you rallied to a high before getting rejected and rolling, looking for support. Now this particular high, I'll show you right now, was around about, let's go from this line here to this line, and you can see that was around about 28% from the high. So right here, look, if we go from this high here to this high, again 28%, roughly 29% from the high before you got started to roll a little bit. Look, so you're doing exactly the same thing. If this isn't the same, I don't know what is. Okay, so your wave 2 correction, as you can see, complete, boom, see you later. And right now you're looking at your wave 4 correction being complete, rallying to a level of resistance, coming back to a key level support, and I'm going to show you where that support is in a minute, by the way. You know, that you need to hold, and I personally think you just need to put some cheeky bids in down there, and then obviously get the continuation, because for me, you know, the only way Bitcoin loses this low, like it lost this low, is a black swan, an anomaly, you know, a corona dump. So unless we have something that's unforeseeable, okay, and it's a massive, look, that's how strong it is. I've told you so many times, within weeks we corrected, we lost this low, but we rebounded because this is how bullish Bitcoin was. Your actual support for Bitcoin was here. Look, this was your support. This is where it should have found support, but because of Corona, it lost support. So for me, this is a really, really important level to keep an eye on, because I think that this is what Bitcoin's looking for. You're looking for around about a 20% correction from this high, which is identical to this high. So you are looking for a 20% correction here for Bitcoin, in my opinion. You're looking for a nominal 20% correction, because this is what happens in bull markets for Bitcoin. And I've told you so many times, look, this high down to this high was around about 20%. This high down to this low, sorry, did I say high? From this high to this low was around about 31%. So that was a whopping correction. So you can see you correct, you know, 20% nominal from this one here. Let's take a look in this previous September dump last year, from this high to this low. Again, 20% before continuation. So, you know, the fact that this for me was wave 2. This is your wave 2 low. I can't stress that enough. Even though this, you know, this is a low, and I take my wave 3 count from there. Theoretically, this is your wave 3 high. Do you understand that? This was an anomaly. Wave 3 started here for me. You're coming up, you hit a key level resistance just like you are now, 28% from the local high, okay, from all-time high. I do apologise, that's an all-time high just there, okay, for Bitcoin, where you ran into a level resistance and you're coming back for support. Ran into resistance, coming back for support, and with that support you lost it. But when you rallied again, you rallied into the same high, you came back to the support, which you should have found support in the first place, okay, which was here. You should have found support here, which is a 20% correction, which is what Bitcoin does in a bull market, okay? So with that, I think that you could be looking at a 20% correction straight off the bat. Now, straight off the bat, you have a 20% correction. Let's move that just there like that. Let's get this knob on. just there. Okay, so if you was to say from here you have actually topped out there around about 50k for Bitcoin, and you are looking for a 20% correction, straight away off the bat I can show you that just there is your 20% correction for Bitcoin. Now what I'm going to do is put a fib on this. So from here you're retracing basically to a key level support. Now immediately you can see exactly where that is. That's the 0382. Okay, so all you got to do is come to your charts. If you see a roll in the market, put some bids down there on the 382, which is roughly 40,927, because that will be your low in this bull market before we get the next impulsive wave up out of here. Because I'll show you right now, you know, coupled with the fact that we've got a 1618 207k, you've also got a new impulsive wave which Bitcoin will begin to form off this 382. So with that, let's have a look at this. This is where you could be looking at a 57k Bitcoin price tag by the end of September, which will bring you up to rally this high, which I've told you were tracing to. Okay, and then obviously with that you're going to get the continuation break this high as well. So yeah, I think you're looking for a 20% correction here for Bitcoin, and that would tie up with the September dump, which we always see as well. Look, September dump just there. You know, it is getting a bit tight, and like I said to you, the similarities between wave 2 and wave 4 are unbelievable. And I'm seeing this not just for Bitcoin, I'm seeing it for so many projects. The comparable between the two, where you rallied into a key level resistance and you potentially coming back to a key level support, which you have found before in a previous upcycle of wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4. Okay, rally to a high, 28% from the local high, or the all-time high. Up here, you rallied to a key level of resistance, you fell back to a key level support, 53% correction, 53% correction. You rallied to a key level resistance, 28% from the high, rallied to a key level support, you know, fell to a key level support. You were supposed to hold support of a 20% correction, but you lost it Corona. So unless we have a Corona, you know, you're not looking at that. So for me, I think you're looking at something like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is drop a bar in. Look, this is called the bar pattern. So I think that you're potentially here, right? You've come up, you're hitting your head on a key level resistance just there, okay, and you're coming back to a key level support. So I think that you're somewhere around about here for Bitcoin. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go from here, because this is an anomaly. This is where you should have just carried on there. Do you see that anomaly? V-shaped recovery, how strong the bull market was. Okay, so from there to there, I'm going to drag the bar, because I think that this is what you're looking at for Bitcoin. I think you're looking at something like that. Okay, you're going to come back down, you're going to bounce off that green line, which is 0382, and this is where you're going to see that continuation for Bitcoin. Okay, you're going to come up to the 100k retrace, you know, you're going to come up to the 200k potentially retraced, and you're going to have that mania blow off top there, taking you up to them projections for Bitcoin. Do you see that? So this is what I'm looking at. You know, you've got the supply shock here as well, which you had just down here when you got this mania run. You know, so this is what I'm looking at. Technically it looks valid for me until you lose this low. If you start to come down now and you lose this low here for Bitcoin down here, then that for me is your bear market. But I don't envision that, because I think that this particular correction here, this wave 4, is identical to wave 2. Okay, it's so similar, isn't it? You know, I was showing you why as well. Look, the green lines, the technical, the resistance, the support, it's all the bloody same, isn't it? It's all the absolute same. This wave 4 is very similar to this wave 2 in my opinion. And again, you know, until you start to lose key level support, you know, I'm not looking at a whopping correction here for Bitcoin. But let's drop the bar in again from this Corona. Let's say we do have a Corona. You know, I love doing these little thought experiments. So say we're here now, okay, and we go from there to there. Let's do this. So you're here, you have a Corona dump, you come down to the local 20k, which is what a lot of people are calling for. You know, a lot of people are calling for an 18k Bitcoin. Well, I only see that if we get a Corona dump, to be honest with you. Corona dump 2.0. I'm not saying it can't happen. Obviously it can happen. Anything can happen. Okay, but I very much doubt it, because it's called a black swan event. Okay, and it's unforeseeable. So the bears are kind of calling an unforeseeable event. You know, saying we're coming down to 18k is a bit of an unforeseeable event in my opinion. But again, you know, if it was to happen, you come down and you bounced off that, and you went through a very similar scenario, and you know, this is where you could be looking at another impulsive wave up to 200k. So whatever, you know, if it comes, it comes. But personally, I don't see it, because I think if you're thinking and you're saying you can see it, you're seeing a black swan event, which you can't see them. They're undetectable. You know, no one can predict a black swan event. No one would have predicted this, literally. You know what I mean? It's just quickly, within weeks, down, up, how strong Bitcoin is. But if it comes, wow, what an opportunity. But I don't foresee it, to be honest with you, because we're adhering to market structure and support. And this is what I remind people of. You're adhering to support and resistance. you're in an uptrend, my friend. Okay, so that's basically Bitcoin. Do expect, you know, if we fail to break this high right here, this particular play is at play for me, and put some cheeky bids in down there on 0.382. I'll just give you that again just to make sure we get it right on the money. Okay, so your 0.382 currently sits around $40,780. So yeah, if you do see a whopping correction for Bitcoin in the market, that would coincide with a 20% correction roughly down there to the 0.382, which again is a nominal entry point. I think on the daily it's just below the 55, isn't it? You know, and look, if I go back to the history of Bitcoin, you whip down below the 55 and come back up. It's when you start forming the death crosses, it's quite negative, but you could actually whip down to there, get a key level support for continuation. So that's Bitcoin. Take care, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that update. And you know, everything I say is theory based. Nothing I say is financial advice. You know, everything in this channel is just for educational entertainment purposes only, but this is what I'm theorizing. And honestly, you know, I've been on the money so far, but it doesn't mean I'm going to be on the money continually moving forward. Okay, but this is what I project. Okay, take care, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned, and thank you for your support. And jump into the Patreon if you've not already jumped into there. Okay, bye bye.